Guess what? We're back on the topic of who should be Manchester United starting goalkeeper after Dean Henderson has signed a long-term deal with United. Now, at the moment, it looks as though David De Gea is keeping his place between the sticks. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants Dean Henderson to challenge for that spot. The England manager, Gareth Southgate, feels that Henderson should also remain and challenge for the number one spot. But the keeper has said that if he can't do that, he would like to go back out on loan. What do you think he should do, Craig?
Well, I think Gareth Southgate would really be wanting Henderson to be out playing regular, bearing in mind he's in the squad for the Nations League games. He's going to be a contender if playing for Euro 2021 because the goalkeeping situation, I think, is up for grabs. So I would imagine Southgate wants him playing. But what he should do, I think, is a difficult one, Kay, because what we have here is a clearly talented young goalkeeper who was playing regular at Sheffield United on loan last year. We have a situation at Old Trafford where David De Gea, you're right, will start the season. But boy, he has looked shaky. And there can be no sentiment for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who will need to improve on the points tally and third place of last season to salvage his job. Because they're going to they're spending money. And so there can be no sentiment in terms of poor performances. So here's the sort of conundrum for Henderson. Do I go back knowing that, De Gea might make some mistakes and he could be out and I could be in goal as the number one for one of the biggest clubs in the world? Or I go back and, De Gea perks up, plays well, and I'm sat on the bench again and that's going to jeopardise Euro 2021. Or do I go out and loan again? I mean, it is a difficult scenario for the young man. I would imagine he's going to go back, be patient, and I think the chances are, unless there's a big turnaround, De Gea will be making mistakes again. And then it's down to Solskjaer whether he makes the change. I think that's the likely scenario. But I would be slightly concerned if I was 12 months, looking at it from a player's perspective, 12 months out from a major championship, need to be, and all the players are thinking about this, need to be playing, want to get in that England squad, want to be on the plane to wherever it is England are going to be playing next year. And that is a big call for a young player.
Because Aaron Ramsdale's come in at Sheffield United or come back to Sheffield United. So you wonder where Dean Henderson could go that he'd be getting regular football again. Is there anywhere that springs to mind for you? Because big clubs were after him before he did pen this deal.
Yeah, it's clear United are not going to sell him, but they kind of loan him out again. Probably most teams out with the top six would take him. I'm trying to rack my brains here to think about who needs a goalkeeper in the bottom half of the table or around mid-table. But I'm sure there would be takers for Henderson. And look, we don't have to make it a boundary of playing in England. There's a lot of clubs around Europe that would take a goalkeeper, and that would be a good experience going to play in Italy or Spain or France or wherever it is. So. I'm sure there are people out there. I think the big conundrum for him, Kay, as I said, look, the ideal scenario is he becomes the number one at Man United. That's ideally what he wants. So I think he's probably going to go back, try and put a bit of pressure on Solskjaer, see how he performs, and then hopefully he's going to nip in there and get that number one slot. That's not out with the realms of possibilities the way this guy's been playing. However, if he spends the next 12 months sat on his backside on the bench, it doesn't bode well for being in the England squad for going to a big major championship. So, nobody said it was easy for these guys making decisions, but it's a decision that him and the club are going to have to make.
Yeah, definitely always harder when you are the number two goalkeeper. Another one to look out for this season.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.